See, here's the reality for you that's watching this video right now. You have somebody that you have in mind that you want to become, but you're afraid of becoming that person. And it's okay. We've all been afraid of like what the future will look like, and we don't even know it. Like you're probably not even thinking about it right now. Like, oh, if I become that person, this is actually going to change the course of my life forever. I'm going to lose my friends. I'm going to lose the environment, the comfortable environment that I'm in. I'm going to need to go move somewhere else. I'm going to need to do this. These drastic things, you're going to need to change your persona because you can't stay the same person today and expect to have different results today. You can't expect to literally be the same exact person for months at a time and expect to have different results. You're going to have the same results. Nothing's going to change. The only time things are going to change is when you decide to become that person. And usually that person is not nice. See, I've been a very kind person my entire life. Borderline nice, because I believe there's a difference between kind and nice. See, most men are nice guys, right? Which means you let people walk all over you. You want to make people comfortable, and you want to make people so comfortable that you'll compromise your own standards, your own standards of life. You'll compromise that because you want to make other people comfortable. And that is what's going to keep you where you're at, and you won't be able to improve. See, for you to become the next best version of yourself, you need to be able to erase all of those characteristics in yourself and become an entirely different person. Arguably, like even an a-hole to people. Like people will literally call you that. People will say that you're mean, or you're maybe it's obnoxious because now you're starting to, voice yourself out a bit more. There are different things that you need to start embodying. And I'm not saying in a toxic way, but in a way that like your confidence, right? People will say, oh, he's cocky. It's like, no, he's just confident. And we're afraid to do this type of transformation because we don't want other people to see us as like, oh, he changed, or oh, that's not the person that I grew up with. See, like that's one of the biggest things that you can actually draw compliments from, is when people say that you are not the person that they remembered, because you're not supposed to be. But you're afraid to be that new person because you just know the interactions with the people that exist in your life currently will completely change. But that's what it takes to become the next best version of yourself that is successful, that has everything that you want. You have to lean in to that 2.0 version of yourself that doesn't waste time, that doesn't just stay on the phone hours a day with somebody just to talk, right? That actually gets everything done and is very, very meticulous about everything that they do. Borderline OCD, right? Someone that gets up no matter what. You're not comfortable, right? You're constantly pushing the limit for yourself, and you're making other people uncomfortable because you keep moving forward so fast and you keep doing the things that they wish they could do, but they're not doing because they're lazy or they just are comfortable with where they're at. See, the next best version of you, the person that you need to transform into, you essentially don't have the same mindset, the same mental frameworks as most people. So you'll relate to way less people. And when way less people relate to you, that's when you stop having friends. See, you're afraid of that. You're afraid to walk alone. And sometimes it's very important for you to walk alone. But you cannot be afraid to become the best version of yourself. And that best version of yourself may become a monster. And that's okay, as long as you know how to control it, right? There will be vices that you have. See, now we're going to get into really deeper, more intricate topics. Everyone tries to hold back on the entire version of their true self, right? Like all of these vices that you may have. Maybe it's, and I'm not saying that you indulge in it a lot, but you just recognize and be aware that they exist, and don't completely cut them out of your life, only because there will be a point where you circle back to it. See, the only way you truly change is not by restriction, but by really leaning all the way in to the point where you realize you don't need that thing anymore. That's really what it is. That's what people don't understand. It's like, okay, if I was a binge eater, yeah, if I took all of the food out of the foods that I binge on out of my cabinet and threw it away, for sure, could I stop binging for a while? Absolutely. But the reality is, it's not until I can see the food in the cabinet and I just don't want it, because I just literally don't want it. Like I already know what it's gonna do to me. I'm aware of it. I don't want it. See, that's the test to see if you've actually changed. So this goes back to you leaning into the best version of yourself, because the best version of yourself, you're going to automatically change your habits. You're automatically going to stop doing things that don't serve that best version of yourself. And the things that you don't stop doing, maybe that is part of the best version of yourself, the shadow part of the best version of yourself. This may sound like very, very confusing to a lot of people. But again, I always talk about like the Jenga tower. When you start pulling out different things, you can pull something out that completely just destroys the entire tower. And that is the tower of your personality. That's the tower of your entire being. You can pull something out and completely mess it up. So you need to understand that it's important for you to become the best version of yourself. And don't be afraid of it, because right now you're afraid. You're afraid of the changes you need to make. You're afraid of the uncomfortability of being that best version, because you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where you're going to be. You don't know how you're even going to interact with the world. And you're afraid that you might interact the wrong way. But in reality, you're reacting the way that you need to react to be able to continue to move forward and be the best version. It's okay. Most people won't understand it. Most people will think you're a weirdo. Most people will not even want you around them, right? Because you're too intense, whatever that looks like. But it's okay. See, I'm going through this journey myself. Even where I'm at now, I see myself like my 3.0. I'm at like, now I want to get to my 3.0 level. My 3.0 level is next level, literally. Like I need to really embody certain characteristics that I know I need to have that will make certain people uncomfortable, that will make me uncomfortable to a certain extent, but it is necessary for me to get to the level that I want to get to. Because right now I'm not where I want to be, even though a lot of the population that sees my life or sees what I have, they'll be like, oh, like, man, he's doing pretty good. He's 27, he does all. Yeah, but I have a 3.0 that I'm trying to get to. You have a 2.0 or even a 3.0 you're trying to get to. And most people that you know won't understand that. They won't understand the personality that comes with being that person. I had to cut off a lot of people to get to 2.0. This is crazy. I even had to cut off some family, because I just couldn't have that negative self-talk. Because see, a lot of what's keeping you from becoming the better version of yourself is the negative self-talk that's been drilled into you from family since birth. You've been having these talks and you have to be able to unpack it. You have to really dive into your mind and really understand what's keeping you from getting to that 3.0 version of yourself or that 2.0 version of yourself. And you have to attack that every single day, attack that same exact thought process that's keeping you from getting there. Could be a limiting belief. It could be just negative self-talk. There are so many different aspects to it. Your brain is very, very interesting. Or should I say your mind, because your brain and your mind are two different things. That's one thing people don't understand. Your brain and your mind are two different things. Your mind is what basically interprets a lot of the different sensory inputs and outputs that you get. So you have to be able to make sure that that works. I literally saw a bug. I always see bugs everywhere. But you need to be able to extract all of the things that are essentially keeping you from getting to the next level, what your mind has interpreted, right? From the things that your sensory inputs have seen in your brain. Your brain has it has neurons, it has all these different things that are basically firing away, that are projecting light into your mind for your mind your mind is your consciousness, to be able to actually interpret into whatever it is that it needs to interpret it as. So you have to be able to do this. You have to be able to transform the way that you think so that you can become the best version of yourself. You have to start embodying who that next level person is, because that's the only way you're going to get there. So I hope this really helped you. I hope it really just brought your awareness up to like, I need to become the best version of myself, and I need to start embracing even the parts that make society uncomfortable and the people around me uncomfortable, because that's what it's going to take. I don't know one successful person that is just like docile and just like nice. They are kind. There's a difference. Being kind means that you're respectful, all of that, but they're not docile. You know what I mean? They're disagreeable. They have their own agreement. They have their own thought process, their own values. So you have to make sure that that works. Now, I'm going to go get rid of this bug, but I appreciate you so much for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share with a friend that needs help with this. If you need one-on-one coaching around mindset, business, fitness, whatever that looks like, hit the link below. If you want to have a free consultation, we can check that out, see if it makes sense, see if we can work with each other. But other than that, appreciate you. Sign up to the free email newsletter too. There's so many different things that you can do to continue to interact with me. So I'm gonna catch you on the next video. And I'm gonna kill this bug. It's annoying.